Think about it. Your own elder sisters would never let you talk to a girl for your entire life. Something like this happens in today's story. The story begins with a 6-year-old boy named Jackson, who loved a girl in his class. One day he brought a marriage certificate and asked her to sign it. When the girl refused, Jackson offered her 2 movie tickets and asked her to be his wife. The girl signed the paper, but later she went to watch the movie with another boy. Betrayal, such a bad deception. Even 6-year-old girls are getting smart. Jackson had 5 elder sisters who cared for him a lot. When his heart broke, they swore to protect him from girls for the rest of his life. After 15 years, Jackson is now 21 years old. But he still has nothing called freedom. The youngest of the 5 sisters studied in his class. The second sister, Violet, was a very good archer and used Jackson to practice her archery skills. The third sister, Heaven, was a hacker who could hack any computer easily. She hacked the security system of Jackson's school so she could keep an eye on him. Another sister, Melody, was a teacher in Jackson's school. The eldest sister was Sarah. She was the angriest, and the whole family was scared of her. Their parents were very strict. Jackson and Melody had already separated, and since then, all the sisters started taking care of each other. One day, Jackson got tired of following his sisters. His friend gave him a suit so he could hide easily. By mistake, Jackson got trapped in the girls' locker room. A new girl named Mung caught him and took him to the principal. Jackson had no problem getting into trouble. His sisters just didn't know. When he returned home in the evening, he was scared that the school might have told his sisters. He was afraid that if they knew, he would lose his mind. But when no one said anything at home, he took a deep breath of relief. During dinner, Melody suddenly asked, "Muna, what were you looking for in the girls' locker room?" Everyone looked at Sarah, whose face was red with anger. All the sisters dragged Jackson across the floor and hung him upside down. Then the interrogation started. "What were you doing in the girls' locker room, you rascal?" "You're not allowed to ruin a girl's life." They told him not to move, even if he was strong, because they were his sisters. Jackson was not allowed to meet any girl so that no one could break his heart again. According to his sisters, this was the best way. No girl, no heartbreak. Simple. But that day, Jackson gave an opposite answer for the first time. "Why don't you understand me? All my friends have girlfriends. Do you know how much it hurts when I see them?" Finally, Sarah calmly said that if Jackson could find a girl who had all the abilities of his sisters, then he could make her his girlfriend, and they would not object. It was very difficult, but Jackson accepted the challenge. The next morning, he started roaming around with a board that said, "Get a girlfriend." His friend advised him to talk to the new girl, Mung, because she helped everyone. But it was seen that Mung helped people who didn't actually need help. She usually spoiled people's work. Jackson wanted to make her his girlfriend, but he didn't know how to talk to girls. So his friend went to Ming and praised Jackson. He said that Jackson's sisters tortured him and that he was very worried. "Only you can save him," he said. Hearing this, Mung felt pity for him. Ming went to talk to Jackson, but at the same time, a rumor spread that a wild bear had attacked the children. Jackson became a hero and started saving everyone. Later, it was discovered that the bear was fake. The fake bear pushed Jackson down the stairs, and he was taken straight to the hospital. When Jackson opened his eyes, Mung was there with him. Even though the bear plan failed, Mung still agreed to be his friend. Then 2 of Jackson's sisters arrived and started scolding him for not taking care of himself. Seeing this, Mung got angry and asked them to stop. His sisters were shocked when Mung said that she was Jackson's girlfriend. Jackson was overjoyed. Really? When did this happen? At home, the sisters asked if he really had a girlfriend. Jackson smiled but didn't answer. But when Sarah asked him, he had to tell her about Mung. The sisters hung him upside down again because they couldn't believe it. He had made a girlfriend in just one day, Jackson explained. "Sisters, this is love at first sight. Our eyes met, and that is love." But no one believed him. One day, Jackson decided to test whether Mung was truly worthy of being with him. The next day, Violet, Lily, and Melody came to school, determined to end things once and for all. When Jackson and Mung were together, Violet suddenly fired an arrow at Mung, but Jackson stopped it just in time. Enraged, Mung shouted at them. When Violet's plan failed, Lily took over. She paid the most handsome boy in school to take Mung on a date, hoping to prove that Mung was unfaithful and separate her from Jackson. But nothing went as planned. Later, Jackson saved Mung from those boys, and the two ran away together. From a distance, Violet fired another arrow, but suddenly, a bomb exploded between them. Thankfully, no one was hurt. Everyone was shocked and confused. Soon it was revealed that a mysterious boy in the chemistry lab had been secretly making bombs. No one knew his motives, but once again, he had saved Mung. Later, Jackson and Mung shared ice cream on the rooftop. That's when Jackson discovered the truth. Mung had only pretended to be his girlfriend because she believed Jackson's sisters wanted to sell her kidney. Still, Jackson chose not to tell her the truth. Back home, Lily and Violet admitted their failure. Now Heaven took responsibility. She manipulated CCTV footage to make Meng look like a bad person and planned to upload it online. But just before she could, the power went out. Outside the house stood the same mysterious chemistry lab boy. He had cut the electricity and saved Meng yet again, still hiding his true identity. The sisters then went to their eldest sister, Melody. She decided to deal with Mung herself. The next day at the hospital, Melody challenged Mung to a series of competitions. First, they competed to catch a fish. Mung won. Just as the final round was about to begin, the eldest sister, Sarah, arrived. She challenged Mung to throw a heavy iron ball. Using her extraordinary strength, Sarah lifted it into the air, but suddenly a key fell out. It was actually a bomb, ready to explode at any moment. Without hesitation, Mung grabbed the bomb from Sarah. When it exploded, Sarah realized Mung had saved her life. From that moment on, Sarah and all the sisters fully trusted Ming. Seeing this, Jackson danced with joy. Jackson and Mung began spending more time together. Their fake relationship slowly turned into real love. They visited many places and grew closer every day. One evening, they spent the night together on an empty beach. At sunrise, they hugged for the first time, but someone was watching them, the same boy from the chemistry lab. Seeing them together filled him with rage. The next day at school, Lily opened her lunchbox, and a bomb exploded inside it. The entire school shook. Jackson was safe, but Lily was seriously injured. Ming saw Jackson and his sisters hugging each other. When he saw them hugging each other, he realized how deeply the brother and sisters loved one another. He quietly walked away, and Jackson ran after him. But Mung refused to talk. Jackson couldn't understand what was happening. In reality, Mung had started believing that ever since he entered Jackson's life, both Jackson and his sisters had faced nothing but trouble. He felt he wasn't right for Jackson, so he decided to distance himself for Jackson's own good. Jackson tried many times to talk to him, but nothing worked. One night, heavy rain flooded the entire city. Watching the news on TV, Jackson suddenly remembered that Mung had stayed at school, waiting for the rain to stop. Without hesitation, Jackson ran through the storm to the school and found Mung still standing there, completely soaked. Jackson hugged him and said, "Why can't things go back to the way they were before?" But Mung pushed him away. He revealed that he was leaving the school and warned Jackson, "As long as I'm here, stay away from me. This is for your own good." Jackson's heart shattered. He stayed outside in the rain all night. The next morning, Jackson heard footsteps coming toward him. Thinking it was Mung, he hugged the person, but it was the same boy who had been secretly building a bomb. Seeing his chance, the boy kidnapped Jackson. That night, there was a party at school. Everyone was enjoying themselves, but Mung sat alone, lost in sadness. Jackson's sisters were worried too. Jackson had been missing since the night before. While searching, they found his phone nearby. Suddenly, a masked man appeared on the stage. He revealed Jackson, kidnapped and tied to a rocket. When people asked why he hated Jackson so much, the man confessed that no one ever noticed him. He had no friends. He had fallen in love with Mung at first sight. He even saved Mung from Jackson's sisters once, but Mung still chose Jackson. Blinded by jealousy, he wanted revenge. In anger, he activated the rocket. Jackson's sisters, Ming, and their friends desperately tried to stop it. They managed to delay it for a few seconds. In those final moments, Jackson confessed his love for Mung in front of everyone. Then the rocket launched into the sky and exploded. Everyone believed Jackson had died. Later, Mung is seen standing in front of a grave. As he lifts a flower to place it down, Jackson suddenly appears behind him. He had survived the blast. His hand was broken, but he was alive. The grave actually belonged to Mung's mother. After that, Jackson's sisters returned and started bothering Mung again, just like before. So tell me, how much do you really love your brother or sister? Write one line about it in the comments.